Store-bought puff pastry is sort of okay, but if you make some homemade puff pastry with a really good butter, it takes it to a whole new level. And it's not really difficult. It doesn't take long, 15, 20 minutes or something like that. And this is how I do it. Puff pastry is surprisingly delicious compared to how few ingredients you have to put in it. And actually the entire secret is about folding the dough correctly. Put the flour onto your table, chop up the butter, and mix it with the flour. I edit this a little. It does take a few minutes to do it, to make sure that the flour is evenly distributed. Then you add the water. This is just like making pasta. A little lemon juice. And a little bit of salt. Then just mix it up, and you can see I have only added half the water, and because it's a bit lively, you can see why. Otherwise there would have been water all over the floor, the table rather. So I add a little bit at a time. You can use a stand mixer, but this is actually very fast when you got the hang of it. And finally the dough collects into a nice ball. We don't have to knead it. We simply have to make it be one relatively homogeneous mass. But there's no reason to take a lot of care to get it nice and even. So I collect it into a ball. I fold it up into itself from the bottom. And now it's ready to get folded. After resting in the refrigerator for about an hour. And now I need to soften the butter so it folds. It has to have the same consistency as the dough, because when we fold it, we want them to fold together. So we beat it until it becomes soft, and put a lot of flour on your table, and don't worry about mixing flour into the butter. The flour prevents it from sticking to the rolling pin and the table. So use as much as necessary, and then you just hit and fold it. And when it's so flat that you cannot hit it anymore, you just fold it over. And make sure to move it around. And if you're in a hot climate, you might have to put it into the refrigerator once or twice. And you can see now they have the same consistency. So it's ready to get rolled and folded. Then I roll out 4 corners with a small top in the center. It's just like making Danish pastry. And those 4 folds I put in over the butter. And now we have the same thickness of dough on both sides of the butter. And now I turn it over and I start rolling. See, it's very easy because they have the same consistency, because we beat the butter. And now I have this that is longer than it's wide, and I fold it once, twice, so it is 3 layers, and this is called a fold. And when we do 3 folds, it's called a round. And we have to do 3 rounds, so we have to do this 9 times. I don't show all the rounds or folds in this video. It'll take too long, but it's the same principle all the way. And if it becomes too soft, you can put it into the refrigerator for 20 minutes or half an hour until it becomes more workable again. But this is the basic approach. Roll it out 3 times the length, and then fold it once, twice, and now it's done. We'll put that into the fridge and let it cool until you want to use it. So it's easy. Enjoy. and you can find the list of ingredients and the recipe on kvalifood.